Hello everyone and welcome, it's Shanna. Now I've got some new pattern paper from Kat Scrappiness. We've got the spooky cute pink, and it's got all of these wonderful pink Halloween 6x6 premium cardstock and all the different designs. I think you get 4 of each design, and they're double-sided and they're really, really pretty. We've even got some orange in here, some orange and some black. We've got some spider webs and some ghosts and some polka dots, some pumpkins and some zigzags, and just a really fun set. And she's also got this spooky, cute purple. And I'm just going to go through that 6x6 pad as well. And we've got the pumpkins and the spider webs. Again, I've kind of got them out of order. Candy corn, so cute. Some more boo and some ghosts. We've got some polka dot and some purple ghost. Some more polka dot. And we've got some webs and some ghost. Just a super fun couple of paper pads. If you're not into the scary Halloween and you're more into the cute, these two pads are going to be right up your alley. This is more my jam. I really like them. They're super fun. So I'm going to make a couple of cards with them. We're going to actually do some shakers. Now this is a card that I made on the Kat Scrappiness channel. I introduced the paper pads on the channel, and I used this spooky ghost trick-or-treat sentiment on there, and I cut out a couple extra ghosts for some embellishment. You can do that with that sentiment set. I also brought in the spooky boo, and I did cut another one of those ghosts out, and I brought in the haunted house on the hill cover plate and created this shaker card here. And I did those two cards on the Kat Scrappiness channel. I'll try to link that video above. But on today's video, we're going to use the candy corn shaker die from Kat Scrappiness. I'll link all the materials in the description box below because I have a feeling I'm not getting the names right. But we're going to create a shaker card. I did the Happy Halloween shadow sentiment as well. Now this paper's fun. It's got some polka dot orange on here, and we've got some ghost on it. And we're going to just build a really quick shaker card. Now we also, with that purple paper pad, you saw it had some candy corn paper, and you could do that and create a pink and purple candy corn if you wanted to do it. But I had already die cut out this yellow and orange and had in my mind that I was going to use the polka dot paper, and so I'm just going to build a shaker. And I had 2 of these. I die cut out one in the cream color, and then I thought I wanted to do the orange, so I actually have 2 of these. So what I'm going to do is just take my acetate and layer it between these 2 cover panels here, and then it will be nice and adhered, and we won't have to worry about any bits sneaking out because we're going to have it pressed between our acetate pressed between 2 pieces. And I'm going to put some glue on here, and then we'll lay it on our backer sheet, and we'll create a shaker candy corn. And it's super cute. It's going to be a fun little card. So I'm just going to line it up. Now I should have used one of these front cover pieces to lay my colored bits down on my backer panel. And I'm thinking, oh, I could do it like this maybe, and then just press it down. But I will bring in, I actually had another one that I had die cut out, a purple one. After I saw the purple, I thought I was going to do that, and then I decided, no, I was just going to stick with my game plan. So I've got this one that I can lay down here as a template so that I can get these pieces put right in here where they belong. And so I'm just going to use it as a guide, and we'll get them all in here, and then we can go on with our orange candy corn shaker. And I wouldn't necessarily need this yellow piece because I've got a yellow backer, but I want it to be the same dimension on all 3 levels. So I went ahead and added that in there. Now I'm just going to pull this purple piece, actually threw it away because I'm not going to work with it. And then I'm going to build up this candy corn with some foam tape. And I'm realizing it's too narrow, so I'm going to I'll trim this piece down. I'll cut it in half, and we'll use some narrower pieces. And that way it won't show either on the outside of my shaker or in the window of my shaker. You won't see this foam. So I'm just going to split it with my scissors, and we'll pull the backer sheets off, and that will enable me to kind of curve around the curved areas of my candy corn, and we'll get this laid down. And we're just going to create the well where our shaker bits are going to go. So this paper is actually newly released, and so you can check it out in the shop. I will link the paper and you know the materials that I used in my description box below, so you can check it out. She is having a early Labor Day sale as well, so you'll be able to pick up some things on sale if you're interested in shopping. So you might want to check that out. I did put a post on my YouTube community area about the sale with the information, so you can check that out as well. So I'm just going to fill in the gap here, this little gap I have with a small piece, and that way we don't have any of our bits escaping that we're going to use. And I'm just going to pull the backer sheet off of that. Now we're ready to bring in our bits, and she's got some fun things in the shop. I've got these kind of some Halloween bits here, and I've got some black bits, and I'm just going to use them to fill up my shaker. And I poured them directly. Usually I'll bring in one of her triangle trays, and so I made a mess, and so I'm going to get them all scooped up and put back on there, and we'll get them added to the candy corn. I kind of had a calamity of errors crafting this particular day. I did a couple of videos, and it seemed like everything I touched kind of was messy or messed up. So some days are like that. And you see I dropped my pickup tool, and then I went ahead and knocked some more of them around. So we're going to get them picked up and put back here on our shaker thing. And this is what I meant by just kind of a comedy of errors going on throughout my crafty session that day. So I'm going to get this lined up and laid down on there. It's easy enough to line up, and it really is a quick and easy shaker. It's not too challenging to make. And you've got some fun shaker there. I just gave it a good press so that my adhesive would adhere, and now I'm just going to cut this panel down. I decided that I wanted a black layer, and so I'm going to lay this A2 size panel black down on my card base, and then we'll trim our pattern paper down so that we'll have just a little bit of black showing around it just for a little extra added interest. And I did use the black for the shadow on the Happy Halloween. And so I'm going to take it down to 4 by 5 1/4, and then we'll just have, you know, 1/8 of an inch all the way around. And we'll get our little shaker laid down on here and our sentiment. Now here I'm trying to decide, do I want to go with the ghost or do I want to go with the polka dots? I could do either. Both are really cute, but I decided to just let the polka dots and kind of keep it simple since we've got the shaker going on there. And so we'll get our little candy corn laid down on there. And I'm actually going to push it down and put my sentiment more toward the top. So this particular sentiment here is all one piece, and then you can just lay it right on the shadow. And some of those other ones that I showed you are individual pieces, and you have to lay them on there. So I just thought I'd mention that. If you like one where you can just lay it all down at once, this is a great one for it. And it's not a spooky, it's kind of a happy, fun Halloween. Happy Halloween, where the other ones are kind of more spooky with the kind of the drips coming off of the letters. But the one has the ghost, and that's an added benefit because you can die cut out several ghosts if you need some ghost. So I'm just playing around with a placement of my sentiment, and we're just going to get it laid down on here. This is going to be a simple card, but it's one that the kids can have fun with because they can shake the bits. And the little kids like that. I gave my great niece a shaker card last year, and she had a lot of fun with it. So I might send her one of these shaker cards this year so that she can play with it. I think she's still young enough, she'd have a lot of fun with it. So there's that one. I'm going to make another one, and we're going to use the pink web paper. And this one I've got the Spooky Boo, and it's individual, and I'm just going to get it laid down on there. And let's see. I've actually got the product laying in front of me. It's the Spooky Boo Sentiment with shadow is what it is. And then this is the, I think this is the mummy. This is the mummy plate background plate is what this one is. Like I said, I will link everything in the description box below so you can check it down. I'm just going to trim this down to A2 size, and then we'll lay it on our card base. And then we've got that cover plate. We've got these cute pumpkins on the back that you can use. You could use as well. But I want to kind of go more simple because we've got that multicolored cover plate there that we're going to use, and I think I needed something a little bit more simple. So I am going to bring in some acetate, and we're going to make this one a shaker as well. Now this one is kind of like the mummy wrappings, and then you've got a couple of eyes that can peek out. I've got 2 sets of eyes there that I've already got layered up and ready to go. But we're going to create our shaker part, and then we'll add our eyes and our sentiment to it once we get the rest of the card assembled. And I just cut up some packaging for this and just used it. I'm going to trim around the edges and get any of the extra acetate that's on there off, and we'll get this on. I'm just kind of eyeballing it, seeing what I need to do. And we're going to bring in some foam tape. Now with this die, the edges are wide enough that I can use my 1/4-inch foam roll on it, and I don't have to trim them down. I'm just making sure I got the acetate stuck down really well to my cover plate, and then we'll just line up this foam and create another shaker card. So I guess on this video I've shown you 3 different shaker cards, and then just kind of a spooky cute card with the ghost. So we'll finish up with this foam tape, and I'll give it a good press, and then we'll be able to get our card ready. So I'm going to, this is where I trim off the extra. I think I saw some more that needed trimmed. You can kind of see it peeking out there, and I'll just trim it off. And we'll get our paper laid down. I just chose just a plain, I don't know, hot pink cardstock that was in my stash. I think it's Michael's. And we'll get it laid down. And here, everything just seems to be, I'm klutzy today. Just everything's flying out of my hands. I'm making messes. Just seem to be pretty klutzy today. So there we go. Now I'm going to use these black shaker, these are embellishments or shaker mix or whatever, and lay them down. And then I'm going to create a well on here because I'm going to bring in some of those dots. And I thought if I created a well, maybe the dots wouldn't roll off all over the place. And for the most part, they don't, but some do sneak away. And you'll see that, and then I'll have to go catch them. But for the most part, I can get them laid down inside this well here. I'm going to grab the ones that snuck out. And I've got 2 different pinks. I've got a lighter pink that's softer, and then a hot pink. And I thought that would go well with my pattern paper that I've chosen. And so we'll just get the release papers off of this foam tape, and then we will get it laid down on our card. So just a couple of really quick cards using the fun pattern paper. I want to just see it so you could have a chance to pick it up if you're interested in it. I think it's really, really cute paper. And it's, you know, if you like the spooky cute rather than spooky spooky, you might want to pick it up. And if you like pink and purple. So here's the little creepy eyes that go on here, and I'm just going to tuck them in. They kind of get lost with the shaker bits, but in person, if you've got the card, you know, you'll see the eyeballs. And I'm just going to get them laid down on here. So we'll just bring some glue in, and we've got our little boo sentiment that we're going to add to it. We'll just glue it down. So if you like shaker cards, you know, there certainly are there are a lot, honestly, of cover plates and stuff in the Kat Scrappiness shop in which you can create shaker cards. She's got a lot of them. And she's got shaker tags, and, you know, we've got the shaker candy corn. I think she's got shaker cups and coffee cups and all different kinds of things in the shop if you like shakers that make making shakers easier, so you might check it out. So I'll just get all my junk out of the way, and we'll give them a shake. I think it's super cute. We've got all the sparklies in there. And then here's my cards I made on her channel. So I hope you like them. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to shop Kat Scrappiness. Have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.